Hey guys, it's Lori. Welcome back to my channel. This is the look that we're going to be creating today. So if you like how it turned out, then just go ahead and keep on watching. I had received a sample of the Guerlain Meteorites Sheer Coverage Foundation in the shade Medium with my last Sephora order. And I thought that I would just go ahead and apply this to my face. I am not a sheer coverage foundation girl, but I did want to show you guys what this foundation looked like on, and I know that some of you may be interested in it. I think it builds really nice and I love the healthy glow that it gave to my skin, but I did have to go in, as you will see, and add another foundation, and I'm not surprised by that, but I was not a fan of the scent of this one. It's just too strong and perfumey for my liking, and I find that those types of foundations really irritate my skin. But at any rate, I am just taking my Real Techniques sponge. I have dampened it, and I am just blending that Guerlain foundation into my skin very, very well and very, very evenly so that I can go back in with some of my favorite foundation, and that is the L'Oreal 24-Hour Pro Matte Infallible. And I am in the shade 103, and I am just applying a very small amount of that and applying it as evenly as possible, and again just blending that out, mostly to cover the hyperpigmentation that I have and to further even out my skin tone. I really am a full coverage foundation lover, and I really am a fan of this foundation. I have heard many of you mention that I should try mixing the Pro Glow and the Pro Matte together. I am on a low buy for foundations for right now, and I may try mixing my L'Oreal True Match Lumi with my Pro Matte and see how that goes, but I am really a fan of this foundation. It is also a part of my project pan in this particular shade, so I was very pleased that I was able to use up what was left in this tube, and you can see that I am desperately trying to get every drop out, and it looks like that is all that's left of that one. So I guess score one more for my project pan, and that is the 16 by Halloween, and I accidentally added another one. So yes, I will be trying to complete 17 items by Halloween. Just going in with my Nivea SPF 30, and I usually let that soak in while I am applying the rest of my makeup. And I am also trying out the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Creme Concealer. This was a special promotion that Sephora had when I ordered. With code LOCKITUP, you received a mini of the Kat Von D concealer, so I am trying that out for the first time, and mine is in the shade Light Warm. Now I believe that if you buy a full size of this product, there are many shades to choose from, so if this is not your shade, there will be plenty to choose from if you buy this product. And I'm just applying this as well, laughing at myself in the monitor there, looking all hilarious, but I'm applying this on top of the eyelid as a primer, as well as using it as my concealer underneath the eyes. And I find that when I use my fingers, I get a better even coverage under the eyes. It tends to warm the product up and make it easier to spread. So even if I go in with a beauty sponge later on, I will first spread the product with my fingers, and if I feel like it's getting too cakey, I can pick some up and move it, or I can use a different finger so that I can not get any cakiness, and I think that's what I'm doing there, just switching fingers so that my eyelids or underneath the eye do not get cakey. And I'm just doing this all over the lid with a flat shader brush. Just packing it on evenly over the whole eyelid and using that shade as my base, and as needed and if needed, dipping into that same color to lighten and transition. Next, I will be applying the color Zone as my crease shade, and I'm going to go in with an e.l.f. contour brush into my crease very, very lightly. These are highly pigmented shadows, and so I always start out with a very, very, very light application and build that up as necessary. I know a lot of people prefer a smaller, fluffier brush, but for my eye shape I find that this one works the best. So again, just a really light application and building up to the desired shade as needed. For my brow highlight, I will be using the color Blonde, and I will just be applying that to the arch of the brow and out. I'm also using a flat shader brush for this, but you can really use any type of brush that you like. And I like a strong brow highlight, so I am dipping into that shade quite a few times. And then using a fluffy brush, I'm going to blend out the outer corner as well as the crease, just using windshield wiper motions back and forth and concentrating on giving lift to the eye by working that outer corner up towards the brow just a little bit. To give the appearance of that Rebel Eye inspired look, I'm going to use the shade 1987 all over the lid, and I am spraying some setting spray on my fingertips and then dipping into that shade and applying it directly to the mobile lid with my fingertips for maximum intensity. And then I'm going to add one more final application of the shade 1987 all over the lid, again just to get the maximum color payoff that we can get. To use the same eye pencil, just the smudger end, and I'm going to just smoke out that bottom and soften it up. I'm also going to smudge that wing, and you'll notice that I'm taking it up to the exact point where my outer V deepened shade ends. Again, this eye smudging out the bottom, just to give a softer look there, nothing too harsh. And then I'm taking that smudger pencil and I am just moving my wing so that it extends to the very point where my outer V shade ends. And I'm just checking in the mirror and in the monitor to make sure that they're even, to make sure that they are equally smudged and as symmetric as I can get them. And the reason that I do this is so that I can go back with an outer corner shade of my choosing, which is Punk from this palette. And it's so easy. It's like a template. Boom. You just pop it right there where you've created that little pocket for the deepened shade, and you can blend, you can add more if you want, but you just move that from the outer V slightly into the crease, and that deepens your eye look and gives you a perfect placement every single time. You can make this as dramatic as you want or as simple as you want. And then I'm going in with that same Revlon Color Stay pencil, and I am using it in a more dramatic line across the top of my lashes, just to add some more impact to our eye look. A lot of people do not like to use an eye pencil, and that's fine. Use your eyeliner of choice. It really doesn't matter. I just have this one and I find that it does not smudge on me at all, so I really prefer to use this one. I get a precise line and I get the look that I'm after when I use it. So again, use whatever you like, but you'll see that I'm just checking to make sure that I've got an even look going, and I think that that's key, just checking very often to make sure that your eyes are looking like you want them and even. And what I'm using here to clean up any fallout and also to further brighten up my face is the Well Rested by Bare Minerals, and it came with this blending brush. I'm just resetting underneath my eyes, and I'm adding that to highlight certain areas, my forehead, under my eye, tip of my nose, my cupid's bow area, and my chin. And then I am filling in my brows on camera. Hooray for that. Thumbs up if you like brows on camera. And I'm simply just using a NYX pencil. This is in the color light brown. If I'm being completely honest with you, I love the pencil, but I cannot find the perfect shade for my brows, but I do love the way that they apply. So I'm still on the hunt. I was using the color taupe and I felt like it got a little bit too warm as I lightened my hair, and I thought that this might be a little bit more on the cool side, but as you can see, it still does pull pretty warm. But again, I'm a fan of the formula, so if you guys know of any colors that might work, please let me know down below. I'd appreciate that. It is so hard to find the right color. But per usual, I am using my Revlon eyelash curler, and I am spending an extra minute or two here just to really make sure that I have curled them very well, because I will not be applying falsies today. I am going to be on stage, and I really do want to get into the habit of applying false lashes, but admittedly, I am not that great at it, and I do have to perform today, so instead I just opted to really take my time with making sure that my lashes were nice and curled. And you guys know what I'm applying before I even tell you. I promised to branch out with some new mascaras, but I am using the Great Lash by Maybelline. It is my favorite of all time drugstore mascara. I absolutely 100% stand behind this product. I've used it for years. I know I sound like a broken record, and therefore will be branching out to some other mascaras, but for those of you who want a great drugstore waterproof mascara that gives separation and volume, this one is amazing. You can see that I'm using with no trouble on both my upper and lower lashes. I just can't say enough good things about this product. It is sadly in my project pan and almost empty, but I will be always and forever a fan of that mascara. If you watch my channel, then you know that I recently did an unboxing for the Sephora Play subscription, and this was in there. It is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Matte Bronzer, and in the color Medium Deep. I really love this. The more that I use it, the more I love it. I have to prioritize my purchases. I can't say that it would be an immediate purchase, but I do think that I will own this somewhere in the future. It just is a great color for my skin. It does give a lot of impact, and it's just a super nice formula. So I will own that. You guys know me, so here I am mixing my high end and my low end, and this is the low end of the low. I got this at the Dollar Tree. It is the Fergie collection, and this is Blush with Danger. It is a true hot pink blush, and it is so pigmented that if you don't use the tiniest amount and really blend this, girl, you'll be looking like a clown. But when applied correctly, this gives the prettiest flush to the skin. At first, I was not sure if I was a fan, but clearly I have just really grown fond of it, and I love what it does for my cheeks. I am using the L'Oreal Color Riche lip liner, and this is in the shade Toffee. It is a very nice neutral brown. I do not like the formula of this quite as much as some of my other liners, but I have really grown quite attached to this color. And along with that, I am using another project pan, but this is the Maybelline lipstick in the shade number 205, Nearly There. And I'm using my brand new Supergoop SPF 50 Plus setting spray. I really love what this does for my face. It does really add protection. But you guys, after I did this and I got on stage, I was like, what is up with my hair? It was greasy. Ironically, my face did not feel that greasy, nor did it feel very heavy. You can tell that there is something extra on your face, but I didn't mind that as much as my hair looking nasty. So I'm going to give it one more try, and if it ends up greasy again, I'll probably be returning this. So even though you see me giving a big thumbs up right here, it's probably going to go back. And yes, I did spray extra here just for a full, let's give it all we've got test out. But this is the finished and completed look, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I do most certainly appreciate your time, and I will see you in my next video. God bless you, and I'll see you really soon. Take care.